Hello and welcome to Kurri Sports Ground here for the round 15 clutch of the Business Plaza Cup in the Newcastle Rugby League. G'day, it's Paul Arundel in commentary today, and alongside me we've got Adam Martin from the Kurri Bulldogs. Good afternoon, mate.
Yeah, good afternoon. Obviously, pretty good day out here at Kurri. A bit of a breeze slowly creeping in, but old boys' day here, the last home game of the year, and hopefully the Kurri boys are turned up ready for a pretty important game in their season. Yep,
they're out in the field, ready to go in the red, white and blue. I'm just waiting for the visitors, the South Newcastle Lions, to come out to the paddock. Just getting their last instructions from Coach Andrew Ryan. And, Souths, they really can't go up or down in the ladder. They've cemented second spot in the Business Plaza Cup, but Kurri, all to play for.
Yeah, for sure, and it really is an interesting game for South to approach, and they do mentally approach it. Obviously, a big focus on, not getting injured before the finals and stuff, and as you said, they're guaranteed to be playing, well, who knows who they're going to be playing. It's that close from 3rd to 6th at the moment, but so yeah, the Kurri boys, if they go down here today, it leaves their fate not their own hands, is really not what you want coming in the back end of the season.
Well, South Newcastle have come out onto the field, led out by their number one supporter, Sledgehammer Ryan. We've nicknamed him up here in the box. It's going to be a great contest, this one. As I said, the Bulldogs all to play for. Old Boys Day. South Newcastle, you say they're preparing themselves for the semis. So we'll go through the team list. The home side at fullbacks is Brent Mendyke. The wingers at time down account and Barry McGrady. The centres are Mangara Barker and Jared Anderson. And as I go through the team list, we're going to have a minute's silence for Margaret Somerville, who passed away during the week. Big volunteer and supporter of the Kurri Bulldogs. So stand by, we'll have a minute's silence and we'll get those team lists right after this.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So only moments away from kick-off. I'll quickly go through the teams again. Fullback is Mendyke. The wingers are Down Cow and McGrady. Barker and Anderson are the centres. Porter and Haynes are the halves. In the forwards you got Steele, Gilmore, McKenzie, Alchin, Cullen and Hammond on the bench. It's Wyborn, Mitchell, Baker and Young. That's the Kurri Bulldogs side. And for the South Newcastle Lions, fullback is Witters. The wingers are Affleck and Pywell. The centres are Cronin and Van Dardel. The halves are Glanville and Merlot. And the forwards are Justin Affleck, Morris Simpson, Lawrence, Freeman Key and Matthews. And on the bench we have Hanford, Brown, Hetherington and King. We're at moments away from kick-off. Looks like, is it Louis Matheson in control today?
Yeah, Louis got the big call up for the tight game today.
So the referee blows time on in this round 15 clash of the Business Plaza Cup, and it's an awkward one down there for Barry McGrady. Just hands it off to Alchin for the first hit up. Makes it just over the 10 in front of the old boys shed, that far side, bathed in sunshine today, Kurri Sports Ground. Good run there from Brock Gilmore. Get to his feet and play it. Hammond goes for his first hit up. Go out to the left-hand side, through the hands. Alchin with another hit up to the 40. The ball's come loose. So a disappointing start there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, definitely. You want your first set and right intention there to take it up, and some good solid contact by South right-hand side defence and gives South that first opportunity.
So 40 metres out, scrum will pack. There's Chris Merlot, the number 7 jersey today, in there for Jason Keeling. So first opportunity coming up here for the Lions. They come out to this left-hand side. Just inside the Bulldogs 40. Cronin will play it. Simpson. Straight into Cullen. So in there is Steele. So they come the short side. Glanville's with it. Runs to the line. Short pass there to Freeman Key. Referee's happy with something there. Just off the mark there, Tory Freeman Key. Glanville with it. Finds Merlot. Inside pass here to Matthews. Hammond and Cullen there to wrap him up on the 10. Centre field. Numbers both sides. They go to the right-hand side. Finds Merlot. Here we go out the back to Witters. Witters tries to get around. Good tackle down low from Barker. Last tackle now for the Lions. Merlot has it. Cross kick. The runners are coming through. It's hit the uprights. And Hammond's there to clean it up.
Crossbar challenge very early in the game.
Well, I think Brendan Simpson, I think he thought he had a try there. He's lining up for it, and the crossbars beat him.
One of those ones where time kind of just stood still, didn't he? You know where it was going to land.
So the Bulldogs survive. Barker from dummy half. They come to the right-hand side. Hammond. Go out to the left through Haynes. Kick looking for the 40-20. Affleck's got a bit of work to do. He does well. Take it on the full. And there's a lineup of Bulldogs jerseys there to greeting. The ball's come loose. It's been picked up by Haynes.
A great contact there by Reid Elcher, making up for that early mistake with getting one back for his team.
McKenzie out of dummy half. So the Bulldogs now with their first opportunity of the match. Another slow play the ball. Steele. He'll play this 25 out as Porter runs across field, links up with Haynes, goes out the back here. Quick hands here from the Bulldogs. McGrady's got a bit of space, but the door shuts quickly and he's bundled into touch.
Yeah, right option there from Kurri. Obviously had him shot a bit on the left-hand side, but great slide cover defence from South to push him over the sideline as he looked for the try line.
So that was a pretty fast set there from the Bulldogs. So we could be in for a cracking fast game. As I say that, the boys are taking their time to pack the scrum. Commentator's curse. Now we've got a time off. There's a player just over the far side behind the scrum. Not sure if you can pick it up on the camera.
Yeah.
Can't quite. I think it's Tom Cronin down on his haunches over that far side. He's up on his feet now, which is good news. So we're ready to go. Merlot feeds it, time back on. And the Lions will bring this out of their own territory. Cullen and Hammond first in the tackle again. Come out to the left-hand side. Simpson goes for a charge and runs straight into Gilmore. Come to the short side. Freeman Key, former Country Player of the Year representative. Spent some time down at West Belconnen. Matthews, short pass there. Bumps off one Affleck. Tries to get away from another, but Steele wraps him up. That's the first penalty of the afternoon, goes to the Lions.
Yeah, a bit of a silly one late in the tackle count there as he approached tackle 4, and once again, I'll put South in good field position for an attacking set.
So there's a strong wind here at Kurri Sports Ground today, and you can see by that kick. It's only made about 10 metres.
Yeah, I said the wind's a bit of an interesting one. Every time I look, it changes direction. So wouldn't want to be out there trying to put a kick up, that's for sure.
So Harry Van Dardel with his first touch. Takes it inside the 30. Stack this short side again. Glanville's got it. Freeman Key pops the pass away. He fell awkwardly in that tackle. Merlot's got it. Does a dummy and he's wrapped up by Hammond. Now we've got a penalty. Come back to the mark where Freeman Key was lifted. He's going to call out Porter here and Anderson by the looks of it. We're going to have another stoppage.
Yeah, he's got Anderson there for a, guessing he's going to say lifting in the tackle, some kind of spear tackle. Interesting, he's just come back from suspension too as well there, Jared, so definitely not what he wanted, but didn't see a lot in that one, to be honest.
So he's been put on report, Jared Anderson. And back underway with the Lions with a full set of 6. Scott Matthews. He's 15 out from the try line. It's a big tuft of turf has lifted up off the ground there. Merlot. The dummy, inside pass to Justin Affleck. Well played on the 10. Got numbers both sides again. There's centre field. Come out to the left-hand side. Simpson, Matthews. Runs into Cullen. Porter's there to help out. Also Gilmore. Looking for a quick play of the ball. They go to the right. Simpson. One-on-one. Is he over? The ball's come loose.
He's called knock on there. Come out the 20 as we look for a quick tap here by Harry.
So McGrady with the restart. It's not going to be Simpson's day by the looks of it.
Yes. So obviously, yeah, the second time he's looked like going on the post.
So Mendyke, his first touch of the afternoon. He's wrapped up, driven back. Still wrestling in the tackle. Gilmore, short pass to Hammond. Almost broke through the line. Now we've got a penalty to the Bulldogs. Their first of the afternoon.
Yeah, after Brock Gilmore passed that one, a bit of a late contact there by, I think it was Simpson, so we're taking out a bit of frustration there. But once again, we'll march Curri up the field.
So Haynes finds touch. And
really have cursed this game, haven't you? It was so free-flowing and all of a sudden back-to-back penalties and a bit slower.
So Barker gets us underway. Gilmore with a charge. 3 lines in there to wrap him up.
Some big contact going on out here as well.
Porter, it's Haynes. State use of the number 7 being Haynes. There's a good run here. Good run from Steele. Matthews comes from behind and wraps him up. They're 12 out from the line, the Bulldogs. They come out to the right-hand side. Porter finds Cullen. Cullen draws a man and runs straight into Anderson. He's wrapped up. Cullen at dummy half. Porter again. Inside pass to Hammond. Matthews is there to wrap him up. Here's Porter again with it. That's the line, flat pass there to Gilmore. Flicks it out the back. Porter's there to clean it up. And he just offloads it to Steele. We'll just take it. So it broke down there, the Bulldogs' last tackle. So Jade Porter with it, the cross kick. It's going to hold up the wing. Down to Cowles underneath it. In the end, it beats everybody. Goes into touch.
Yeah, obviously looking to use the height there of Time Nicker out in the wing, but Wynn caught that one and probably caught him out a little bit as well. So the scrum feed here with South to work it out from their own end.
So a bit of a let-off there for the Lions. Bulldogs just seem to lose their way in that set.
I think the heat's going to be a bit of a factor as well, as we mentioned, obviously compared to last week. Hear a couple of comments and stuff that, yeah, taking their time to get their scrum and stuff. The heat has crept into the game.
So that's Jacob Affleck. So Affleck's out there, and Ngara Barker's come off a bit worse for wear. Slow to his feet. Hopefully he's okay. The trainer just checking him out. So what's this, the 3rd or 4th stoppage?
Yeah, it's been a few, as I said. It's 10 minutes in the game, obviously 15 minutes gone on the time clock. So, sorry, 10 minutes gone on the time clock, but we've been playing since 3 o'clock, so 5 minutes worth of stoppages.
So just to let the viewers know at home that the clock on your screen, it's just a guide. There's been a few stoppages, so probably about 3 minutes in front at this stage. Matthews straight into Cullen and Gilmore. They come this short side through Glanville. Freeman Keith's lined up from Anderson, pops the pass back. Luckily Van Dartel's there to clean it up. Tries to get away from McKenzie now and he can't. So they go to the right hand side. Merlot will put this kick down. Mendyke's back there, but I think it's going to beat him into touch. So another break here in play. As you said, it is, even though this wind is blowing around, it's quite icy up here in the box. It's could be quite warm out there on the field. Yeah,
I thought it was the perfect weather to get the thongs out, but obviously, coming over this side of the field, and my big toes about frozen, to be honest.
You've got to dress for the occasions. In the Laz Flano.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I come here 2 weeks ago in the when we played West and had the black jeans on. It was a terrible idea. I was burning. Gone for a smarter option that turned out not be smarter. If I was sitting on the other side, I probably would be burning.
So back underway, down to Cow. Runs into Freeman Key. Glanville also in there to help out. Quick play the ball. Anderson runs straight into Affleck. I think he was hoping for a penalty there, but not coming. Good meters from Jared Anderson, nonetheless. Now we've got a penalty here to the Bulldogs. Anderson takes a quick tap. Bumps off Simpson. Bit of a wedgie there on Anderson. So they come out to the right-hand side. Porter to Hammond. Glanville and Van Dartel drive him into the turf. Jay Porter runs to the line, out the back to Haynes. Haynes does a show and go, but was picked up by Merlot.
Still on left here if they want to go left, Kurri. No, slow play the ball won't help now, but
just taking that off the mark. So Porter, here's Hammond. Tries to get around Freeman Key, flicks it out the back quickly. Anderson did the same. Down to Cow's got it now. Bumps away from Glanville, bumps away from another. He's still going down to Cow. Very strong, the winger.
Defend on him there, very impressive.
Long pass out to Porter. Porter will run across field. Another long cut-out pass to Alchin, linking up with Mendyke. He comes back in field, flicks it out back to Porter. Haynes is with it. Haynes does a little dummy, a little jig, finds Barker. Barker comes back in field now. He's eventually wrapped up by Affleck. Last tackle for the Bulldogs.
Get a chance to take a breath there, luckily.
Goes out the back. It's a sloppy pass there. Porter's there to clean it up. Slow things down. Little chip over the top. He's regathered here.
The freak.
And we're going to try to McGrady. Well, something's come out of nothing there. Barry McGrady gets a try.
It's actually been cleaned up pretty badly here too, Jade, by the fullback after his and they went off, so hopefully he's okay, but looks like Louis Matheson has got a call here about something as he goes out to check. We'll give him the rap for the try first. So really nothing doing there, was there, after the ball hit the ground, but that's why they call him the freak. The chip over the top for himself, the good catch, and the handoff in one motion.
Yeah, well, it happened that quick.
Interesting here is someone getting called out for the late shot.
Now it's Witters, the man that's called out. And the South fullback's been put on report as well. So one each. The judiciary's going to have a busy night, or the match review committee. So Mendyke right in front. And he converts it, so we're 6-0 after about 14 minutes of play here at Kurri Sports Ground. Round 15 of the Business Plaza Cup of the Newcastle Rugby League here on Bar TV Sports. So Widders will get us back underway.
Good to see Jade back to his feet there after that contact as well.
A deep low kick. And Big Gilmore carry it out. You can see Big Cameron King in jersey 20s out there for the Lions. It's Michael Steele. Takes it up to the 30. Brock Gilmore, I beg your pardon.
You often get those two confused, don't you?
Yep, body shape, hairstyle, it's all the same. Apologies to the Steele and Gilmore. I hope they're good mates. It'd be worse if they hate each other. Here's Alchin.
I was talking to Brock before the game. I said, what do you want me to call you today? And he says, call me Blake Steele. Wow. Call me Mick Steele's partner in crime.
Here's Cullen. Glanville's going for the one-on-one strip there, but hasn't helped. And King got involved. Last tackle now for the Bulldogs. Haynes with it. He'll put this high in the air. Runners are coming through. Good take there from Jacob Affleck.
So every time we commentate together, there's always a Penrith Panthers moment with the winger and the fullback almost colliding.
That's the number 5, Brian Pywell. He'll play it. There's always something happening in the Newcastle Rugby League as Cronin goes for a run. Merlot, dummy half. King straight into McKenzie. Hammond's there also to help out. Steele underneath. Here's Widders. Dangerous around that ruck. Pinches another 10 or so metres. Last tackle now for the Lions. Merlot will put this high. It's a wobbly old kick. It's a tester here. But Barker does well. He's looking for a bit of space. It's McGrady. He's brought down on the 40. That was a good take from McGrady.
Yeah, so it's this wind. It held up for him, and yeah, had a bit of a sniff there at that gap and almost busted through him.
So Cullen just short of halfway. Mendyke taking a hit up like a forward. He's wrapped up on the 40. Go out to the left-hand side through Porter. Out the back to Haynes, looking for a runner, finds Barker, steps around his man. McGrady's got a bit of space. And wrapped up, takes the tackle. Stacked out here to the right-hand side. Haynes, inside pass to Gilmore. So last tackle now for the Bulldogs. Haynes is with it. Shapes the kick, does a dummy. Little stabbing kick there from Porter. Anderson's after it, but Pywell's there. Winners in at dummy half. Good tackle down low. The ball's come loose. And the referee's called a knock on.
Yeah, interesting down the game. I just think Kurri are out enthusing South at the current time, and as we touched on before, obviously South, second spot wrapped up, and Kurri with a must win, and that's the way the two teams appear to be playing at the moment. Another injury over here. Looks like another South player. Going to get 4 stoppages.
Yeah, well, the way this game's going, we might finish at 6:30 tonight.
I'll order the pizza. What do you want?
Go meat lovers. Surely there'd be a good local pizza place in Kurri.
Yeah, so that's probably the best thing about coming out here to training and up the road. We've got obviously sponsor the Happy Chicken. There's a pizza place next door and fish and chip shop. We've got it all. And the latest thing in Kurri is curry and kebabs. Now, what do you think about that?
That sounds sensational.
It's an Indian curry place, so how would they spell the second curry? Very creative. 10 points to the creativity team of that business, but yeah, they're wonderful kebabs. Dangerous, but wonderful.
That'll test the stomach out.
I think I know where you're going on the way home.
So Porter feeds us. Back underway. Haynes comes across field, links up with Barker. One-on-one with Cronin. Cronin wins the battle this time. Grady in at dummy half. Jerome Haynes, inside pass here to Alchin. Cronin there again. And somehow gets the ball away. Haynes looking for a runner. Flat pass there to Steele. Referees in the crowd call it forward. They go to the left-hand side again. Hammond out the back to Haynes. The defence was up quickly. Merlot's got him.
Read that textbook. I thought he was going to get whacked a bit there, Jerome, but not too much as Jade Porter set something to the right.
Pass here to Porter, and basically a hospital pass there as Morris cleaned him up, and here goes King. He can run, the big fella.
I wasn't sure if that was Cameron King or Payne Hask when he busts away then, but yeah.
Now we've got a penalty.
Not a bad penalty to give away there from Kurri to slow it down a bit, the break.
So this wind is swirling around here at Kurri Sports Ground, so...
We're going to catch this one. I think it's on you.
Yeah, it's coming this way.
I've got the broken wing, so I have no chance. But it's
Right.
coming straight for us.
It's just going to fall short. It's just taking out one of the spectators underneath us.
It's all right. It wasn't us. That's all that matters.
Freeman Key straight into Anderson. Cullen there also to help out. Inside the 40. On the 40 is Simpson. Trying to get the arm free. Can't do so on this occasion. Go to the right-hand side. Morris linking up with Merlot. Inside pass to King. Good tackle down low from McKenzie. Hutchin over the top. Go to the short side again. Merlot inside pass to Witters. Shrugs away from one. And now we've got a penalty. Looks like it's inside the 10.
I think it was just a bit of a clumsy high shot there. And Tom McKenzie's what he's called him for. Yep, there's a signal.
Yep. I'll leave the referees refereeing to you, Alan. It's good with the decision.
Been around long enough now.
So Matthews plays at the 5 out. Morris goes for a little run, finds King, pops out the back to Morris. Merlot sights a gap, but it closes quickly. Still wrestling in the tackle. He's about a metre out from the line. He's played the ball. Morris forgot about it. Glanville's got it. Glanville's got into a bit of space here. He's in. Use the palm and gets over for the Lions' first try of the afternoon.
Yeah, too easy there for Glenn. So there's a bit of confusion there in the play the ball and opened up for him. Kurri players probably concentrating and straight through he goes. Definitely something his father probably couldn't have done, but he would have barged over. I don't think he would have thrown the dummy.
Well, the funny thing, we don't have the replay here, but Morris was looking everywhere but the play the ball, and I think that it just balked the Kurri defence enough for to stop. And anyway, Glanville's got the 4 points.
Yeah, definitely threw him off. Something definitely happened, but so all that matters is makes it 6-4 with the kick to come to South.
So a testing kick coming up here for Harry Van Dardel.
Probably a good chance for us. New South Wales League, as we said, there's all 4 games on today, and the New South Wales League app isn't working for me, but I've gone old school with the videos and give a couple of updates. People interested in Central leading Lakes at 12-4 in the 23rd minute. I believe the Western Cessnock game is 0-0, and as we said before, anything's possible down at Macquarie. Macquarie 16-0 over Maitland.
Deja vu, maybe for the Pickers again.
Yeah, for sure. I said Macquarie down there in Old Boys Day. It's not a place you want to be, and I know that's not many people out there probably care, but if anyone wants to care, the Knights are leading 12-0.
Around the grounds. Try and keep you updated with those other games as Van Dardel strikes it nicely. The touchies like it too. So we're locked up at 6-all here at Kurri Sports Ground. The Bulldogs and the Lions doing battle here in the round 15 Business Plaza Cup in Newcastle Rugby League. So just over 20 minutes gone in this first half.
Yeah, it does feel like we've been here a lot longer, doesn't it?
So Haynes just having trouble with the kicking tee. Deep kick off to restart things. Good take from Glanville. And Simpson goes for another run. Heavy contact there. Cullen and Anderson. Here's Freeman Key. He's been out for a while. Tory Freeman Key. He played a couple of weeks ago in reserve grade. It's good to see him back in the top grade. Here's Cameron King. Bumps away from one. Still going. He's got about 4 hanging off him, Cameron King.
He really has swung the momentum back in South Way since Cameron King come on. He's having a great impact. Obviously, Kurri needing a lot of bodies there, and that offload of him is dangerous as well. So they're trying to wrap him up, but he's getting the job done at the moment.
Here he is again. It's for another run.
His ball playing options as well. Interesting to mention it, but when the 9s were out here, he had the 7 on his back. So he shows the ability of the man.
So Merlot, he puts this high. Runners are coming through. Cronin's underneath it, but Barker wins it. Here's Mendyke. So McKenzie in a dummy half. Down to Cow. Down to Cow, swinging around on the tackle, but can't get away from Van Dartle. Anderson. Straight into Matthews. King also in there, and Simpson. Here's Hammond. Straight at Morris. Another good run there. So they're inside the Lions territory, but this is the last. They go out to the left. Haynes with it. He'll put this high. Spiralling, spinning around. Tester for Witters, but he wins. He's wrapped up 25 out from his own line. Looks like Jaden Young's out there in field. Jordan Mitchell, in fact, in 17. So Merlot just bent down like an old man to pick that ball up from dummy half.
Might be a bit of a tactic thing from South, trying to confuse him at the dummy half.
Bit like me trying to put my shoes on of a morning. Here's Cronin. Just up to halfway. Still wrestling in the tackle. Morris. Witters hanging around that ruck again. Which is another 10. Last tackle now for the Lions. Merlot. Little chip over the top, you could say. And down to Cowles there to clean it up. 15 out from their own line here, the Bulldogs. Haynes in at dummy half. Mendyke goes for another run.
Could see Kurri go to the bench here. Trying to get a bit of dominance back there through the forwards. Good first stint by the starting forwards, about 25 minutes.
Cullen just wrestled down. Van Dartle was a bit high. Play on. Hammond. Defence was up quickly that time for Souths. Mendyke again with another hit up. Flicks it out the back now for Porter. It's play on from the referee. Porter.
He's playing a bit of an advantage there for sure, and still playing an advantage, but he didn't miss that one, Lewis. Not the kind of thing he'll miss, and yeah, come back for a penalty to Kurri on the halfway line.
Yeah, good little play on there, but anyway, another opportunity coming up here for the Bulldogs. They'll kick this further downfield. It's a good touch finder, right on the 20. So a full set coming up here for the Kurri Bulldogs. Anderson gets us underway. Cullen finds the number 15. Thomas Baker. Takes it up to the 10.
Yeah, spent a bit of time in 19s and obviously back through the Knights 20s as well, and finds himself back in first grade today.
Porter
looks to the left.
Oh, heavy contact out there, and ball's come loose. Jaden Young, I think it was his first touch, and also another bit of a hospital pass as Jake Lawrence.
Yeah, they're throwing a couple of hospital passes out there, but they've got the shape out there, Kurri, and I think they just need to throw that cut and hit their centre, and they will go through with a try. South definitely jamming in on that, I'll say that sweep runner as they get the ball.
Very bunched at the moment, the Lions, and now this will help their cause. As Cronin goes with the quick tap, straight into McKenzie. Tried to go for the one-on-one strip there, but wasn't successful. Up to the halfway Souths. It's Freeman Key, straight into Porter. Two subs out there in 17 and 15, Mitchell and Baker. in the tackle. Cameron King. So they're up to the 30 here. Go to the short side, Merlot. Finds Lawrence. Good tackle out there from Gara Barker was there, and also Haynes. There's King. Picking up with Matthews. Gets away from one. Porter and Hemmons there to wrap him up.
They get a quick play the ball and come left. Kurri in danger here. Good shape set to the left for South.
Morris comes this way. Glanville, inside kick. Witters is coming through, but Mendyke's there. He spelled it, and I think Witters has got a try.
He's called knock on there. The South fullback as we come back for a quick tap to Mendyke.
Well, something that worked so often for the Lions last year with Lockie Walmsley at fullback, and Witters has slotted into that position well.
Yeah, as I said, they had him shot to the left, and it was a good little sneak attack because for all money they were going left, but fullback was over and the bounce has spiralled a little bit out of his way.
Barker take this centre field just short of halfway. Baker, the hitter. You hear a few of the spectators in the effects, Mike. Just giving a few words of encouragement to the touchy. Here's Hammond.
You don't come to a Kurri Sports Ground to referee if you don't like the advice, we'll say that much, but obviously tough skin. And
here's Porter again, running to the line. Throws it out to Haynes, and it's done well there. Parker to juggle that. Also did Barry McGrady. Harlem Globetrotter stuff that from the Bulldogs. Haynes is with it and puts it high in the air. The runners are coming through. It's just allowed to bounce. And there, Dartle's there to clean it up. I think it's good refereeing that from Louis Matheson. He allowed Anderson accidentally caught him while he was mid-air and gently fell to the ground, so it's good stuff.
Often an interesting call, that one. As I said, it's not like he was jumping up in a dangerous position to contact him, so.
So again, the ball off the mark. Van Dartle straight into Cullen and Anderson, and they drive him to the turf here at Kurri. Quick play, the ball. But the referee's seen a knock on. So a golden opportunity here. So we're in the final 10 minutes before half time. Locked up at 6-all.
I'm going to the emergency. I've called for the shoes after this cold breeze. I can see you sitting there shaking.
I can see you looking around. I thought you must have dropped $2 or something.
I've sent the wife to the car and she's downstairs somewhere. I'm just trying to work out where she is. Here she comes. She's wandering over now with the emergency shoes.
It's the beauty of the live game. You can put a shout out. So the Bulldogs here. Full set of 6. Jerome Haynes. There's the 19. Jaden Young. 11 out from the line. Mackenzie. Big 17. Jordan Mitchell. Reversing in the tackle. He's 5 out from the line. A few numbers out here to the right-hand side. They come this way through Porter. Out the back to Mendyke. Sort of dances around. Eventually just takes the tackle. Cullen. Porter again. Finds Haynes inside pass here to Young. Flicks it out the back to Mackenzie. Cut out pass. Finds Barker one-on-one to McGrady. He's over. Well, it's pretty hard to see out there on that far side, but Barry McGrady had a lot of work to do. And he gets his second.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I said it. Good flick on there first of all from Nagara. Great awareness to get the ball out to his winger and obviously got great trust in him, but looked like he was going to go in the corner, then quickly jumped around and confused us all, and he jumps over, dives over the top of him in the end and gets the ball down.
Yeah, quick hands from the Bulldogs. So 10-6 for the kick to come.
More importantly, for those of us playing at home, here come the shoes. We're saved.
Perfect timing, you can get a bit of a break as the Bulldogs go in. So another difficult kick if Mendyke, he's got to compete with the wind, but he's also looking straight into the sun here at Kurri Sports Ground.
He's usually a pretty reliable kicker there. Brent, and it's probably one thing that did let Kurri down. They probably went through about 4 or 5 kickers early in the year and cost themselves a couple of games, but probably just put the mocker on him because that's usually how it works. But
so he's about 2 metres in from touch. He said he's looking straight into the sun. And the wind is swirling around. As I say that, the trees in the background aren't moving at all. Strikes it low. It's not a bad kick. It's a great kick. 12-6. The Bulldogs over the Lions here. The Business Plaza Cup here on Bar TV Sports. Paul Arundale and Adam Martin in commentary with you this afternoon. The Newcastle Rugby League. And you got the shoes on.
I'm back. That was a bit of an effort, but
we're back underway. Down a cow does well to trap that with a boot. And almost up to the 20. Good run that from Baker. There's another good run from Anderson. It's Jordan Mitchell. There's 3 Lions in the tackle. Come to Cullen. He gets away from one, but Connor Brown's there to wrap him up. So it's a good set of 6 so far here for the Bulldogs as Porter punches it down. Witters is there to clean it up on his own try line. Gets away from Porter, but a good tackle that from McKenzie.
Really let that kick change, come up with a really good shot there, Tommy.
So the Lions bring this out of their own territory in the final 5 minutes of this first half. So they've had a few stoppages. That clock on your screen is just a guide as Jacob Affleck spins away from a couple of tackles, but eventually he's wrapped up by Haynes and Barker. Van Dartle now. Cameron King. He runs straight and hard, and there's 4 Bulldogs there to wrap him up. Last tackle, you're only up to the 40. Glanville established down into the corner. He's going to beat Mendyke into touch.
Yeah, good pressure on the kick there by Tom Baker to put the pressure on Glanville, and he finds the sideline. And as I said before, a bit of heat out there, so probably not a bad thing as they all take their time to walk to the scrum.
Yeah, so just over 4 minutes remaining in this first half. So 2 tries to 1. Barry McGrady's got both of them for the Bulldogs, and Ryan Glanville just the one for the Lions. Here come the short side, the dummy that from McKenzie. Brown doesn't fall for it.
Hit the dummy to the referee then, actually. William Matheson got called it about by a short side play and almost scored himself an intercept.
So the Bulldogs now up to the 40. Jaden Young on that far side. He's got a pretty flashy haircut. Barker. And straight into Tory Freeman Key. Probably not the best idea. Grady in at dummy half, and Mendyke again for charges. Tell you what, it's the most I've seen a fullback taking hit-ups in the modern game.
Taken some, hasn't he?
Oh, charge down that from King. Not sure if it was intentional. Barker's got a bit of space, but the door shuts quickly. Cronin's there to wrap him up. Grady in at dummy half. Haynes. Coming out of the line quickly was Cameron King. So they're coming out to this right-hand side. Haynes, little dummy, finds Porter, flat pass here to Anderson. One-on-one, bumps away from Van Dartel. Comes again. Eventually he's brought down. Another good run from Jared Anderson.
Yeah, he's definitely finding his feet out here in the centres, and first time I've seen him play in the centres for Kurri, but obviously back when he's in the cup there with the Bulldogs, as they make a quick break.
There's a good pass that from Porter to Mitchell.
He had spent a lot of time in the centres at that level.
Haynes finds McGrady out there. Defence was up quickly.
They'll cross-field bomb across here to the right-hand side by the look of it.
Haynes. Oh, good take that from Morris. The Ashes is on at the moment. He's done well. So Cronin out of dummy half. Gets away from one, but eventually he's wrapped up. He's holding his head there, Cronin, as he gets away from that tackle. Ritter's in at dummy half. Affleck, strong run there. Bumped off McKenzie, but to come again and wrapped him up. He's out the back to Glanville, just inside the 40. Down to Calzare, and well, this is dangerous here. How good was that? Both boys there just put the bodies on the line. He's come up with a mistake there, Connor Brown, but...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I said the kick come down the time, and unfortunately he's not Cristiano Ronaldo, so his touch was a bit heavy, but turns out all right with the South player diving in and knocking the ball in. We've got about 50 seconds on the clock remaining, probably 30, see if they can pull something off here.
Referee's called time off.
46 seconds remaining. What would you do here, Paul? Set yourself up for a field goal or try and put something
I'm lazy, so I'll just kick in the touch and go into the sheds. So back underway. Anderson.
That's why we're up here and not down there.
Ball's come loose. And we're going to have another scrum. I'm not sure if this one will have time to pack.
It's amazing how quickly things change, isn't it? South's not looking to pack the scrum before, and as we've commented on, there's been a lot of slow getting the scrum, but certainly not that time.
So on the official clock here at the ground, we've got 21 seconds remaining. So that clock in your scoreboard at home, it's just a guide. So we've got a play coming up here as Merlot, he knew what he was going to do. He was thinking about it. And in the end, he stuffed it up. So we'll have another scrum.
Another time off.
So,
do you reckon we'll see something special in this scrum, or do you reckon it'll be another knock on into another scrum?
I don't know. We might have another time off here, the way things are going.
I think we're trying to break a record for the most scrums in a 45-second period.
It's like Louis Matheson knows I've got to be somewhere after the game. He's holding things up here. Anyway, we'll try again. Third time lucky. Haynes does a dummy, dancing around, and Lawrence is there to wrap him up. As the ball come loose, the Lions have got it now. Affleck now wrestling in the tackle, and surely that'll be the last play.
Yeah, we weren't far off, were we? Another scrum.
This will be the last play now as Cronin just wraps it under the wing, and that's all for the first half. So half time here at Kurri Sports Ground. It's the home side, the Bulldogs, leading the South Newcastle Lions 12 points to 6. We'll take a break and be back with the second half here on Bar TV Sports. Welcome back to Kurri Sports Ground. You can see the visitors making their way back out onto the field, the South Newcastle Lions, trailing 12-6. As I said earlier, Souths, they can't go up or down. They've cemented second spot in a home game in the first week of the semi-finals. Kurri, they've got it all to play for, trying to get into that top 5. It's all congested from third place down to about 7th spot. At this stage, the Scorps are the only ones that can't make the top 5.
Yeah, I've done the maths for you half time. If things were to stay the same, I believe Kurri would jump up into 4th, Central to 3rd, and then Maitland would slide down to 5th.
There you go.
And Cessnock obviously to 6th, I believe.
Yeah, that's how congested it is. So the Kurri side coming back out onto the field. Also the referees, touchies. And with the Bulldogs to kick off, running towards, what do you call it, the training paddock end of the ground. It is Old Boys Day here today at Kurri Sports Ground. You can see all the blue shirts on the far side. So the players are out in the centre. Trainers hanging on to the kicking tee. So we're about to get underway for the second half. Two tries to Barry McGrady and try to Ryan Glanville for the Souths. So it was at 12-6. As Jerome Haynes gets us underway. Goes straight down to Ryan Glanville. There's the ball to Cameron King. He charges straight and hard into the Bulldogs' defence. Solidly there from Thomas Baker. He's a bit slow to play the ball there, King. It's Affleck. Backs into the tackle. Again, there's 3 Bulldogs in there to make the tackle. And he spilt the ball. So, an opportunity here early here for the Bulldogs.
That's definitely not what Bobcat would have said to him at half time. And we go out and complete and play a bit of football, but handing the ball over, and it's very similar to how the first half started, to the opposite. So Kurri get that opportunity, see what they can do with it. They don't like this ball for some reason. I don't know why. It looks shiny and new, but it's the second time it's been kicked over the sideline.
Here we go. Maybe this one's got helium in it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they complain about not being pumped enough, but so the shiners.
So back underway at the far side. Time down to Cow. Can't get away from Van Dartle. Looking for the quick play of the ball. Doesn't come. It's Thomas Baker. He takes it inside the 20. Comes out to Porter. Porter runs to the line, throws the pass to Haynes, and flat ball inside to Mendyke.
It's honestly like these blokes want to put each other in hospital today. There's been that many little hospital passes both ways.
Jaden Young here. Still going Young. He's over. Well, it really come from nothing. But Jaden Young, he's just wrestled his way through and puts the ball down.
I'm not sure who it was from South, but they really let their team down there. And I know it's been the latest thing to come in the game, those one-on-one steals. But he's too busy trying to rake that instead of making the tackle. And Jaden Young too strong and gets over the top of him.
So 16-6. Perfect start the second half here for the Bulldogs. Just thinking about your stats at half time of where the teams could finish on the ladder. We haven't had a Coalfields team make the grand final since 2014. So it'd be nice to have Maitland, Cessnock and Kurri all make the top 5.
Yeah, I guess it really comes down, and I think Cessnock have probably got the toughest run home. They obviously West today, and I'm pretty sure they play South next week as well. So it makes it hard, but So growing up as a kid in Maitland, you always kind of wanted to see all three Coalfields teams in the finals. I honestly couldn't tell you the last time it happened, but so Maitland Cessnock 2010 grand final, but yeah, Kurri the last team to make the finals, I believe. Sorry, make the grand final.
So Brent Mendyke, 12 in from touch. Strikes it, it's hooking around, it's lovely, it's there. It's 18-6.
Probably a good chance, as we are talking about that ladder, to give a few updates. And got West over Cessnock 24-0 at half time. Kurri over Maitland 16-0 at half time. And Central 18 and Lakes 8. You see 18-6 here, so as I said, it's all shaping up nicely. Scores remain the same for Kurri to jump a couple of positions.
So the Bulldogs bring this out of their own territory. Jordan Mitchell will play it just on the 20. Here's the try scorer, Young. Played on the 30. Here's the other sub, Thomas Baker. So the subs have come on, they've done a job for Coach Ron Griffiths. Here's Brody Hammond. Takes it up to halfway. So a good set here for the Bulldogs. Jerome Haynes, inside pass to Young. Bumps away from Brown, and then he trips over. Last tackle. Comes to Haynes. Puts this high in the air. Tester here. Affleck's underneath it. He does well. He's got to deal with the sideline and does well again. He does it dummy half. Pywell. So Tom Cronin now takes a hit up straight into Cullen. Kenzie also in there, and helping out was Baker. Cameron King wrestling in the tackle there. There's 3 Bulldogs boys in there, and he's eventually halted. 35 out from his own try line. Freeman Key. Last tackle, 5 short of halfway. And well, Affleck wasn't expecting it. And that's what you call the balls up. As Jordan Mitchell claims it on the 40.
Yeah, he's trying to play the block play to give his kicker a bit of room, and ball came to him, unfortunately. Very similar setup here for Kurri, back on the inside.
Here comes Jaden Young again. 35 out from the Lions try line. It's Jerome Haynes puts Baker into a half gap, but he's still going. A good run there from Thomas Baker. 22 out from the try line. Come out to the left-hand side through Porter. Porter linking up with Haynes. He does a dummy, and Barker, and well, Barry McGrady had an open track to the try line there, but the pass has just gone out in front of him.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit of a forward pass too if it did pull off, but as again the same shape set out here to the left-hand side for Kurri, where they've already had success, and right-hand winger there, Affleck from South jamming in, and unfortunately this wasn't quite there for him there.
It was quick hands too from Barker. There's a couple of kids in Kurri jerseys down on the sideline there. He might have got confused.
And we've got about 6 ball boys on the sideline here. Good to see the kids happy to help out.
So a let off there for South Newcastle. So here we go again. Van Dartle. And the ball's come loose. Cullen's got it. The referee's called a strip. Difficult to see from here.
Yeah, he's ruled 2 in the tackle there for the strip. So it's just the latest thing, isn't it? It's just really come in the game, stripping obviously NRL level, and boys really trying it out here as well.
The Canberra Raiders, they've become the masters of it.
I knew you'd mention them. Cameron Munster, I reckon Cameron Munster's probably one of the best at it. It's interesting with Canberra playing Melbourne, how many strips will there be? I think TAB actually have a market on it.
There's good defence here from Anderson. Glanville, Freeman Key. So again here with Affleck. 45 out from their own try line. King. He's into Baker. Hammond also there's 4 Bulldogs, in fact. Pops the pass away. Morris has got a bit of space. Mackenzie's there to wrap him up. Coming up this short side through Merlot. Looking up with Lawrence. Lawrence steps back inside, gets away from Haynes, but Young's there to wrap him up. Gets the pass away. Cronin's got it. Cronin comes back in field. Finds Freeman Key running a straight line. Freeman Key spinning around. The ball's come loose now. And the referee calls play on. And the Bulldogs survive.
Yeah, the offload game really sneaking in there. I saw the good one from King and had here on this right-hand side as well, and it really almost did catch Kurri out there.
Down to Cowell, plays it. Baker. That was Mendyke, in fact, charging onto it.
Kind of like a front rower.
Yeah.
Runs he's taking is unbelievable.
Barry McGrady, 2 tries. Almost had a third a moment ago. Jared Anderson now gets away here. Anderson looking for a runner. Cullen was just a bit late there. But another good run from Jared Anderson. Here's Porter. Looking for Haynes. He finds him now. It's Jerome Haynes. Scott Barker steps back in field. Palms away from Affleck. Comes back in field. Barker. Well, he's lost the ball to King. The strip King. Definitely
not the bloke he wanted to step into then as you look back on the inside. But so we've got to give Cameron King a wrap. He come on in about the 15th minute. He's played big minutes, and as I said before, he really has been South's best player out there.
Yeah, you can't argue there. As Morris picks up the loose ball. Haynes there to wrap up. Also in there was Jordan Mitchell. Here's Glanville now. Pops the pass. Oh, Cullen almost got the intercept, but Simpson's there to grab it. They're up to the 40 here, the Lions. King. Straight into Mitchell. Hammond also in there helping out. In fact, there's 4 Bulldogs in there to make the tackle. Last one now for South Newcastle. Go out to the short side. Glanville. Low grubber kick down here for Mendyke. The runners are coming through, but Mendyke gets there first. Down to Cowell. Goes for a run from dummy half. Gets away from Pyrewell. Pyrewell comes again. Glanville also down low. And Kurri get a penalty here. So referee there calling for a leg pull. So they pinch about 5 metres from that kick. So Jared Anderson will get us back underway with the restart. It's Brody Hammond there. Wrapped up, Simpson back out there. Still some heavy contact out in the middle. It's only 12 points the difference. Kenzie out of dummy half. Baker. And straight into Freeman, Key and Simpson. Also King in the tackle. Porter. Cullen. Cullen wrestling in the tackle. Connor Brown doing a bit of a karate chop there. So he's been brought down on the 40. Porter again now. Out the back to Haynes. Steps away from Lawrence. Still going Haynes. Pops the pass to Mendyke. Mendyke, he'll be wrapped up. Jake Lawrence in the tackle. Last one now here for Kurri. On the 30. Haynes comes to the short side. Does a dummy. Pops it to Mendyke again. Charge down. Played it from Freeman Key. And the Bulldogs have got 6 to go. Porter with it now. Again looking for the strip. Freeman Key. He's got it. And the referee calls play on. So 2 good stuff from Freeman Key. The charge down in the strip. Simpson's with it now.
Yeah, ruled out. Is there an advantage from a charge down? That's an interesting question. Actually, one of the ones I can't answer.
I'm not sure. You're asking the wrong bloke here. Good tackle from Jared Anderson.
We'll go with Louis' decision there. He's obviously a lot more experienced than us up here.
So King will play it. Van Dartel. So Cullen just gives Van Dartel a little push there as Glanville goes to the sky. The runners are coming through. It's been taken by Cronin. It's still the last. He puts it on the toe again. Witters is chasing it, but McGrady's back there. Down the cow, cleans it up. He might have been a little offside. I think that's the way the referee's seen it.
He's got Jade Porter here for holding the fullback back, and I think he's thought he might have been going to put him in the bin there for a professional foul, but he's just called it, and so he's blocked the fullback there from South as he ran for the ball. But yes, it also wasn't offside as well.
So we're back underway, and King again charging at the defence. He's still wrestling in the tackle. He's very close to the try line. In fact, he's over. Well, somehow Cameron King, he's deserved a try. He's been the Lions' best on field. He picks up a 4-pointer.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Definitely the try he does deserve. And so if you're doing a 3-2-1, even if the result does stay the same, he'd be very close to getting the 3 points there, Cameron King. And once again, something from nothing, isn't it? Just same as the Kurri try, just barged over, determination, and 4 points.
So, important kick here for Van Dartel to try and reduce the margin to 6. But, I think a few of the Kurri boys could be guilty there of just nodding off there. Still plenty of time left. Hear that win through the effects mics here at Kurri Sports Ground. Can't see any clouds around. It's sunshine, windy. It's a strange old winter's day. So Van Dartel, he's taking plenty of time with his kick. And he makes no mistake. So it's now 18 points to 12. The Lions back within 6 points here. So round 15 of the Business Plaza Cup. You can probably hear through the effects mic, the ground announcer.
Start him early.
Andrew Ryan's son doing a good job. As we get the restart underway, it's a high kick. Done well by Witters to take it. That's just a door slamming behind us.
All happening at Kurri.
Oh, it's all happening here. Matthews will play this just over the 20. Freeman Key. I don't think Freeman Key's had a break today. Back rower. Merlot. Inside pass to Lawrence. Looking for the offload, but Hammond's wrapped him up. McKenzie underneath. Play it on the 40. Freeman Key. Matthews. Ben Wyborn, he's out there. I think that's his first moments in this game. Merlot puts it high in the air. Mendyke's underneath it. Swirling around. He's done well to take that. Good metres from Mendyke from the return. Almost up to the 30. Barry McGrady. Still driving. Eventually he's brought down the ground. Just short of the 40. Down the cow from dummy half. Gets the offload away to Wyborn. They're in Lions territory here, the Bulldogs. Porter in at dummy half. Mendyke linking up with Haynes. Finds Young. He steps back in the field. Gets away from a couple. Still going Young. He's been impressive since he's come on the field.
Yeah, 100%. He's really made a difference on this left edge and from 6s and 7s as he steps back inside.
Porter decides to put the ball under his wing and just take the tackle. Last one here for the Kurri side. Cullen goes down the short side, puts a kick on. It's going to be too deep, is it? Yes, it will be.
It's disappointing in the set there. I see the eyes up there from Mitch, but unfortunately just cooked that one a little bit too much. Give South a 7 tackle set and a chance to try and level up the game.
Cronin with the restart. Taken heavily there from Cullen. Wyborn also on the tackle. The ball's come loose. Bulldogs with a good opportunity coming up right here.
Yeah, not happy with that one, the South boys, and so I think they thought there was a bit of high contact before that as well, but it's the referee's decision is final. It gives Kurri a good chance here to go further ahead.
So the scrum will pack on the 40. We've still got just over 20 minutes remaining in this match.
It's definitely getting colder here at Kurri Sports Ground as well.
Certainly is. He's Anderson. Coming in off the far side for a run. He's probably been the Bulldogs' best, Jared Anderson. Since he got put on report, he hasn't stopped.
Yeah, sure he's man on a mission after that, that's for sure. So move back to centres obviously gives him a bit more space as well, and have to do the hard yards in the second row as much.
So Haynes runs to the line, does a dummy, he gets through. Jerome Haynes has got Hammond support. He just takes the tackle. Witters has done well to wrap him up. Porter in at dummy half. Mendyke, cut out pass. Anderson, quick hands. The ball's come loose. It's been picked up by Pywell.
Good touch here, B6 again. Kurri scrum feed. He's done well there. The 5 is it Pywell. He's probably saved a try with that touch because time Nico was unmarked on that wing there.
It was right in front of the old boy shed. And,
well, they'll let him know.
They certainly did. So the scrum to pack on the 10-metre line. We've got a trick play coming up here. So Anderson just making the 6th man in the scrum. Jaden Young runs hard into Freeman Key. It's a good run. Pumped away from a couple. He's brought down 5 out centre field. They come out to the left-hand side through Haynes. Haynes, flat pass here to Mitchell. Gets within 2 metres of the try line. Goes to Haynes again. Haynes does a little show and go and gives this to Hammond, who almost breaks through the tackle of Brown. He's still going, Hammond.
He's really wanted a quick play of the ball. Unfortunately, found himself over the line, but South will definitely shot, but he'll come back out to the 10 for a play of the ball. The right-hand side still very set for Kurri here. So they're going to come to the left now.
So restart now. Right. They go to the right through Porter. Linking up with Anderson. Inside ball there to Cullen, but it's gone to ground, and Porter just boots it over the back.
It's a bit of a silly thing to do by Jade. Actually means it comes out for a 7 tackle set. I suppose this would have been a scrum, but I think it's a bit of frustration. They had that set up before. If they got the quick play of the ball, it probably would have been on, but South do well to hold him up over the line and get the reward now.
Van Dartle straight into Young. Wide ball underneath. Morris comes to short side. Jacob Athlick. Good tackle down low from Jerome Haynes. Quick play the ball. Morris, quick hands to Lawrence. Gets the offload away to Witters. Matthews. Matthews runs straight into Cullen. Won't get past Mitch Cullen. Witters in at dummy half. Glanville. Up there in the 14 is James Hanford. His first touch this afternoon. Matthews up quickly was Wyborn. In fact, it was Young that was up quick. Can't get that haircut wrong. Here's Glanville. Stabs it down into the corner. The runners are coming through, but Mendyke again. They're cleaning up.
I think Young and Tommy McKenzie might go the same bar by look of it. They've got a very similar haircut, and they've both got 9s on their back, but so Jaden's a fair bit taller.
That's McKenzie wrapped up there now. He's just holding the back of the neck. Fell awkwardly. And
Touches come in for a crusher tackle here. Might be the signal.
Yeah, I don't think that was definitely not intentional.
Yeah, I said most crusher tackles aren't these days. You've seen a lot of them sneak in the game, and it's obviously very hard once you get in that position to try and protect the head, to be honest. But I said one of those things that's crept in the game, and 10 years ago it wouldn't have even existed.
So the Bulldogs get a penalty here. And Haynes will kick this towards the grandstand. So Anderson will tap and go straight into Glanville. Glanville's done well, is underneath, picked him up, put him down. We've got 2 balls on the field.
Just another stoppage.
Hang on. Anderson lost it. Anyway, we're back underway. Michael Steele just throws it out the back. Hopefully Porter's there to pick it up. Here's Anderson. Hammond, I should say. Now I'm getting Anderson and Hammond mixed up. It's been a long afternoon. 2 games rolled into one with all the stoppages. Here's McKenzie down the short side. Glanville wraps him up. Here's Porter. A flat pass there to Wyborn. Did well to hang on to it. Haynes looking for a run. He finds Barker. Cronin just clipped him high there and the ball come loose.
Yeah, they keep looking this left-hand side, Kurri, and I said South are very weird and obviously had that bit of success, but I really think if they want to go on with it, probably through the middle as they go there. They're creating that space when those big forwards are stepping back on the inside, just try and get some speed back in there and hopefully they can break away as we saw Jerome did before.
So another let off there for the South Newcastle side.
How many pointless scrums do you reckon we've had today?
25. Our stats man. So Affleck wrapped up, 15 out from his own try line. Pywell comes in off his wing and almost busts. He does bust a couple of tackles. Ryan Pywell back in the red and white of South Newcastle this year with a good run. Cullen's down in back play. So the Bulldogs are down to 12 men at the moment.
He's no good here, Cullen. He's trying to get up and he's back down.
So the referee's called time off. Mitch Cullen.
It's like some kind of knee injury. Saw him hold the knee straight away and so he tried to step up and unfortunately went back down. And head trainer there, Josh Day, signalled he's no good.
So this will be a massive blow if Mitch Cullen doesn't finish today, but also if he's out for next week's game. So just under 15 minutes remaining is the club doctor coming out as well. So 18-12, who does this play in the hands of? South or?
We'll touch on it again, and South's obviously got a bit of running at the moment with the error sneaking into the Kurri game, and so it comes down to who wants it more, and you think Kurri would be the team that does want it more, obviously with the finals push, but Old Boys Day got every reason, but South's is stuck in the game, and it looks like they've got themselves back in it, and so they sit in second spots. They're very capable of running away with this.
Cullen's been helped to his feet. And that, I'd say, would be the end of his afternoon. Generous applause from the supporters. Not a bad crowd in here. And so if you're in the sun, it's beautiful. It's, if you're in the shade here on this side of the ground, it's very cool. And the spectators I can see to my right, they're all rugged up.
Struggling getting off bit here. Looks like they're going to go for support in the knee.
Cheered off.
Definitely not the way he would have liked his last home game to finish here in the regular season, Mitch.
So Mitch Cullen cheered off the field. Back underway. Merlot, Cronin. So inside Bulldogs territory here, the Lions, as Glanville's with it. Looks both ways and just takes the tackle. Last one now. Witters is with the kick and he just puts it straight up in the air.
I think we're going to have a penalty here anyway.
Done well, Barry McGrady. There was red and white jerseys everywhere and somehow it landed straight in the hands of McGrady.
I thought he actually called them all offside there, Lou. He must have called them all on because he's waiting for him to catch the ball. And bit of a wobble of a kick, but they can end up dangerous, can't they?
Certainly can, as he's Wyborn. Mackenzie in a dummy half. Hammond. Run that from, pops a pass. Beautiful stuff there from Steele. Mendyke in a bit of space, but he's been wrapped up by Brown. 40 out the Bulldogs. Haynes is with it. Haynes does a dummy, almost gets through. He does get through. Jerome Haynes numbers both sides and finds Barker. And Nagara Barker puts the Bulldogs further in front.
Yeah, wonderful try. It's the second time he's sliced through, and as we said, we spoke about good players before, and it's Jared Anderson, but I just really like the way that Jerome's controlled the team today. The old boys get the courage hand up here. So he really has deserved that try. Looked very dangerous on his left-hand side, and as I said before, they probably look for it a bit too far to the left, and left, and he throws a dummy and goes straight through himself.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from the halfback, Jerome Haynes. He's been threatening all afternoon. And good support from the Bulldogs too. (22-12). As the clock ticks down, I said earlier, Souths, they can't move from second spot on the ladder, but getting close to the semi-finals. It's a couple of losses going to the semi-finals. You don't want that.
That's it, and by the looks of things, said they head out to Cessnock next week, and Cessnock are getting a bit of a touch-up there. I think it's currently 46-0 in the 60th minute to West, and obviously the quality of West, but Cessnock will be desperate. A win for them could secure on the final spot.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely not ideal for South, carrying no momentum into the finals. So the way this game's gone, there's still 11 minutes to go and anything's possible, as we've seen this year.
So Mendyke looking to add the extras. He makes no mistake. So it's 24-12 here in the Business Plaza Cup of the Newcastle Rugby League. Round 15. Must win for Kurri. And at the moment they're 12 in front. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here on Bar TV Sports. Another big game down at Canberra today. Another comp that we cover between Queanbeyan Blues and the Tuggeranong Bush Rangers. Young.
Go the Eels in that game.
The Eels. Bulldogs, another offload there from Gilmore, Steele, I should say.
Oh, there we go again.
Yeah, it's got to do it at least 3 times in a game. I think that is the third. Apologies to Gilmore and Steele again. Wyborn, quick hands there. Outchen on the field.
We had to get more confusing for you because I can see Brock Gilmore there with the 7th interchange card in his hand. So final 10 minutes of confusion for you.
Hammond, Mendyke steps back in field. Pinches another 10 metres or so. Porter, inside pass here to Wyborn. So Mackenzie goes down the short side, stabs it down into touch. Just soak up a bit more time.
Good composure shown by Tony Mackenzie out of hooker, and I think Jabe was looking to do a similar thing. The boys out here wanting to cross field bomb, still searching for points, but good tactic to wind down the clock and give us another scrum with 9 minutes to go here.
So again, taking the time with the scrum. Souths boys are waiting. The Bulldogs just taking their time. Back underway. So what have the Lions got? Just under 10 minutes remaining in this game. Down by 12. Cameron King. Another good run from the big front rower. Merlot picking up with Lawrence. Jerome Haynes there to wrap him up. Barker underneath. Matthews runs into McKenzie. Just short of halfway, Scott Matthews. He's tried hard all day. As to as Glanville. Last tackle now for Souths. Ball goes back to Merlot. Put this high. Yeah, again another tester. Barry McGrady does well. Gets away from the tackle of Merlot. Can't get away from Affleck. So eventually McGrady plays it. Anderson. So Porter down the short side. Finds Ouchin. A good strong run here from Reed Ouchin. Play it just short of the 40. Jared Anderson again with another run.
He's had a few hit-ups out there, Jared, that's for sure. As they
play the ball here from down to Cow. Spins away from a couple. Looking for the offload. Carries this inside the 30. So it's a good set here for the Bulldogs. Last tackle. Goes across to Porter. A flat pass here into a big hole. Brock Gilmore flicks it away. Come back as a forward pass.
Yeah, touchy over here on this left-hand side, calling that one, and looked like referee Louis Mathis is going to let it play on, but it was a good hole, and it probably was on the touch on the forward side, but big Brock Gilmore thought he might have had his paint house moment there, to be honest. I thought he was going to step in, but the right option, unfortunately, it comes back for the forward pass.
Affleck. It's Jacob Affleck. King. So still the ball going through the hands as Witters has got it now and takes the tackle on halfway. Now the Lions get a penalty. Takes a quick tap. Witters is brought down on the ground. A ankle tap from McKenzie. Afflicted King. Spins around the tackle, still gets the offload. Witters is with it. He's on the 30. Another try here will be interesting. Here's Merlot. Brought down on the 20. Numbers both sides. They come out to the right-hand side. Affleck out the back to Lawrence. Lawrence straightens up, gets away from Haynes, bumps away from another, flicks it down. McGrady puts it on the toe, but the referee's called there's a knock on there, so we'll have a scrum.
Yeah, just a little hand there, sort of flick out the back, and obviously puts it on the toe. And so this is pretty much South. I think they need to score this set if they're any chance of coming away with at least a point in this game.
So time off by referee Matheson.
Another player down injured just for another stoppage. Can't really see who it is behind the ruck, but
Tom McKenzie is on his feet now. He's going out the back, so just looked over to the Kurri bench. He got pretty much, he got two blokes left on the bench at the moment.
Tom Baker coming on here, so I think we'll see Ben Wyborn push into hooker and Tommy into the second row or front row there.
So Souths, what have they got here? Witters wrapped up just inside the 10. Glanville goes for a run from dummy half. But, the door shuts. Still 5 out from the try line here. Goes out the back to Merlot King. Picking up with Lawrence. Bumps away from Barker. Good hands here from Merlot. Puts it on the toe. Chance here for Affleck, but beats everybody. Was that the last throw of the dice for the Lions?
Yeah, not a bad option. They probably could have put it through the hands, but it's a desperation, obviously, trying to do what they can to get the win there. And I think Kurri take their time to wind the clock down and get to a corner, and should be all about that. Obviously, still 4 minutes remaining, so I don't mean that'll be all that, but.
So Anderson again with another hit up. He seems to have had a hit up every set of 6. The Bulldogs have got the ball. Interesting. I haven't noticed the ball run so much. A few little kicks into the corner that it's just hit the ground and just kept running. It's struggling for a bit of rain, and the ground looks in great condition. Obviously, a fair bit of water on it, but it would be fairly hard underfoot. And so yeah, you're right. It's happened both corners, and usually is a place where the ball holds up, but the bounce of the ball is just taken at the sideline within goal every time. So Gilmore will play it wide ball in at dummy half. Mendyke gets away from one. So inside the Lions territory once again. 38 out from the try line. Haynes, he's a little dummy, puts it on the toe. The runners are coming through. Widders does well. Down to Cowie, with like nothing better to score a try in front of the old boys' shed. Widders was away. Pywell out of dummy half. 24-12. Final 3 minutes or so remaining here as Lawrence. A bit of space here, Jake Lawrence. Bumps away, flicks it out the back, and got 6 to go here for the Lions. Heffrington plays it. Widders. Matthews. Glanville. King looking up here with Van Dartle. He's got pace here and links up with Pywell. Pywell steps inside, but Porter just got enough on him to wrap him up. Now we've got a penalty.
Come back for a late shot here. I think he's got in for a shoulder charge to get rid of the ball, but yep.
Well, they had a bit of momentum there, the Lions. They probably just would have preferred just to have the quick play of the ball, but anyway, they got a full set.
Stoppage does carry the favours, really, obviously the momentum and the clock as well.
Down a cow. Bit of gamesmanship there, just chewing up a bit more time. Oh, another big hit on Hanford. Anderson and Alchin, the culprits there. Merlot, good tackle. Wyborn, the man. So numbers both sides, Souths. Have they got one more try in them? Matthews. 8 metres out from the try line. Big tester here for the Bulldogs. Brown out of dummy half. He's wrapped up. Glanville. Merlot now. Thought about the kick. Links up with Widders. Widders dancing around. Quick hands here. Affleck for the corner. The defence has come quickly.
Great cover defence. Great slide.
Last one here for the Bulldogs.
Looks like he's hurt here. A few hands up straight away.
I'd just like to know if there is a stat for stoppages in a game of rugby league.
You wouldn't want to be going to Fleetwood Mac tonight, would you?
No. Neil Finn, he's a big Kurri Bulldogs supporter. If you're watching Neil, maybe just put the concert back 15 minutes.
If anyone's looking for tickets, I know someone might be selling someone. Pick up from Kurri.
Cross kick from Merlot. Dangerous here. King got a good hand to it. Widders has got it, but I think the referee, what's he going to rule here?
I reckon he's going to call a try. I've got to knock back off Kurri, and yeah.
Well, he's pointed to the spot. Widders picks up another. 24-16.
How quick can he kick this?
Basically just got to put it on the tee and a couple of steps. So we're in the final minute. So Van Dartle as the extras. 24-18. About 40 seconds remaining on the clock. And trainer in no hurry with the kicking tee. The referee calls time off. So the Kurri chant goes up here at the sports ground.
It's actually going around the whole ground. I've never heard of that before. Have they got a special play in them? So something they've been practice on the training paddock with 26 seconds remaining. We've got a tee. We've got to knock on with a tee.
Tip in the final play, McGrady to get his hat-trick.
Funny you mentioned that. I know it'd be a silly option, but short left here, it could be on.
Maybe not. It's a deep restart. Merlo takes it. Affleck, one more charge. Driven back in the tackle.
So just play the ball down as much as they can, Kurri. And they've got one more in them.
Glanville here.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Side Hanford is wrapped
3,
up.
2, 1. No, quick play the ball.
Now last play here coming up for the Lions. Merlo puts it on the toe, but Mendyke's back there and does well. That's the ball game. Kurri have defeated Souths 24-18, and the Bulldogs keep their season alive. Adam Martin, who was your player of the match?
Yeah, it's a hard one. I said honourable mentions to Jared Anderson, obviously Cameron King in a losing team, but I just really like the way that Jerome Haynes controlled the team. They obviously got the reward there and got a couple of assists. I wouldn't call them assists, but he got the in and away to give him the space, and for me, he's the man of the match here today.
Well, we've had an exciting game here of round 15 of the Business Plaza Cup with the Newcastle Rugby League. And the Bulldogs coming over victors 24-18. And their season is still alive in 2019. So
probably go around the grounds for one last
yeah,
time.
why not?
Looks like the other results there, and currently with 4 minutes to go, so they're running even later than us. We've got West Newcastle 53. Yep, the field goal at 52-0 to make it 53. Over Cessnock 0. Currently, still says there's still 2 minutes remaining, but Macquarie 16-10. And we've got Central running away winners 28-18 over Lake. So if you want me to work it out now, I can work it out for you. But with 2 points to Central and Kurri, it remains the same with West in first on 26 points. South second on 18 points. Kurri will jump Maitland if that result remains the same. And so will Central. So Central will go third on 15 points. Kurri will go to fourth on 14 points, with Maitland fifth on 14 points and Cessnock sixth on 13 points. Two Lakes there on seventh on 10 points, and Macquarie draw level. They jump them there to come on 10 points as well in seventh spot. Lakes eighth. So there you go. I've done it on the run. I've been thinking about it for the last hour, but we've got there.
Well, Adam Devisic, you're in the office listening. I've got the table worked out for you, mate. You don't have to do anything on Monday.
You can do the for and against yourself, though.
Well, that's all the time we've got for you here on Bar TV Sports. It's a big victory to the Kurri Bulldogs, 24-18 over the South Newcastle Lions. And that's all the time we've got for you. Paul Arundel and Adam Martin. We'll catch you next time. The match of the round of the Newcastle Rugby League.